bonsoir, chers amis. C'est Deaso, et on se retrouve aujourd'hui pour ce 469e épisode. Ouais, ça doit être ça à peu près, hein. Sur Genshin Impact. Et on se téléporte, donc, vu que, évidemment, j'ai fait autre chose depuis la fin du dernier épisode, il y a quand même une journée qui est passée. Donc on se retéléporte donc vers la caravane Ribat pour aller reprendre la quête d'Archon, l'acte 3 du chapitre 4. On voit le sable qui se trouve au bout du chemin. On va prendre la dernière rose sumérienne avant le désert. Bon, nous y sommes donc. Si jamais vous n'avez pas vu les deux derniers épisodes où on a commencé la quête d'Archon, ouais, on a commencé, on a bien bossé sur la quête d'Archon. N'hésitez pas à aller le voir, comme ça vous êtes à jour. Il s'est quand même passé des choses dramatiques, hein. Il s'est quand même passé pas mal de choses, on a appris des choses, on a vu des fatuis, des gens incroyables. Plein de choses, quoi, en gros. Alors, avant de lancer, on a un succès à récupérer, et c'est quoi les news? Allô, bonjour, c'est quoi les news? What's the news depuis hier. J'imagine que ça doit être quelque chose pour... Ouais, c'est des détails de mise à jour, donc des corrections de bugs. Ah, correction des problèmes pour empêcher des schémas alimentaires de signaux de prendre effet correctement. Compensation sans primogème, ouais. Dans les 24 heures, on va le connecter dans le jeu avant le 10 octobre. Non, le 2 octobre 2022, putain. Toujours du mal, ça a toujours un mal de faire le tilt avec les dates écrites comme ça. Ok, on va encore être plus saucé avec des primogèmes. Soyez témoins du passé du vagabond en vous connectant à la conscience divine. Voilà. Le vagabond, on le connaît, hein. Ah, bah voilà, justement. Quand on parle des 100 primogèmes, les voilà. Équipement spécial de connexion, vu qu'il y a un événement spécial de connexion quotidienne sur le lab. Je compte bien faire jusqu'au bout correctement cette fois-ci, contrairement à la dernière fois. Il y a aussi l'événement souvenir stellaire, il faudrait que je m'y intéresse. Bref. En tout cas, pour l'instant, ce n'est pas forcément ce que nous avons sur la planche. Voilà. On va donc enfin pouvoir se lancer dans ce désert. Ah, descendre cette route. Ça, on le voulait depuis plusieurs semaines déjà, et la musique est un peu forte. Mais on ne le pouvait pas, vu que c'était la frontière de la carte. Mais maintenant, on peut. Bon. Il a ressuscité. Nous y voilà donc. Le désert. Mais pas le dessert. Donc nous avons abattu un petit bestiau du désert. Il est là, c'est le fennec. Le fennec, le petit renard du désert. On va avoir des choses incroyables ici. Pas mal d'animaux. D'ailleurs, quelle heure est-il? Ah, il est en train de se lever. On va alors redescendre là. On va suivre la fée. Donc là, on a le mur de Samuel et tout. Et là-bas... Et là, nous avons de nouveaux fungus. Les petits fungus du désert. Oui, on va regarder sur le bestiaire à chaque fois. Pour le remplissage... Ouais, donc les spectres, c'est les créatures mystiques. Hein. Les bêtes mystiques. Voilà. Le fungus pyro-tournoyant. Avec le fungus électro-tournoyant et le fungus cryo-tournoyant. Donc ça fait 2 fungus pyro pour l'instant. Bref, continue de suivre la fée.
Is this an answer from this world?
Pierre de trésor. Évidemment. Et quand même, le village d'Aru n'est vraiment pas très loin de la caravane Ribat. Oh! Vous voyez ce que je vois? Oh, les scorpions! Ça, c'est bien. On va mettre un beau bestial là dans le désert. Hop. Voilà, le scorpion. Là, qu'est-ce qu'on a? Le morceau de bois, c'est du bois de tamaris à tel. Par contre, pour ces fruits, je peux tirer dessus. Et c'est des bois des noix d'Agilenak. C'est bien ça. On va pouvoir, si on en a un peu plus, on va pouvoir crafter les choses. Voilà, ça doit être là. Bonjour, 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 bonjour. Les haricots glabres qu'on a eu la dernière fois. Et voilà, le noix d'Agilenak. Oasis et désert de Sumiru. Ok. Et le bois de Tamaris à tel. Il y a quand même déjà pas mal de bois, j'en ai farmé fraîchement. C'est pour ça qu'on a 200 à peu près de chaque. On sauve des nouveaux. Bon. Donc comme prévu, rendons-nous au village d'Aru. Pour quatuor à couteau tiré. Ok, donc on va être 4. Donc il y a déjà nous avec Paimon. Il y a Alhaitam qui est là aussi. Il y a... Qui les autres? Oh, un scarabée. Oh. Attendez, stop. D'abord le panorama. Abri de réfugiés. Ok. On est, ça allait indiquer quelque chose comme village d'Aru, mais non, apparemment on n'y est pas tout de suite. Ouais, c'est quand même un village d'Aru, ok. Les poètes érudits de Tula et Tula, la cité de Saphir, les gladiateurs tamudiens aux yeux d'or de Salé, les djinns d'Aekanum, d'innombrables royaumes qui se sont levés et sont tombés après l'effondrement du grand royaume du roi des Shrettes, ainsi que leurs héros et légendes ont été immortalisés dans les comptines anciennes de ce village, résonnant autour des lits des enfants. Après toutes ces années, les vestiges du roi des Shrettes ont longtemps brouillé les frontières entre les histoires et les mythes, les mélangeant tous de manière inconsciente dans les souvenirs. Il nous laisse y aller. On peut pas taper les cactus. Le monde s'ouvre aux âmes nobles. Oui, on aime cette phrase. Ah, quand même. Oh, c'était qu'ils nous ont mis plein la gueule. Ok. Ah oui. Honnêtement, je pensais pas que ça allait nous ouvrir la majorité de la carte. Ouais, donc là, il a directement la ligne côtière qui s'étend comme ça, là. Elle est vraiment pas disponible. Hein. Je me demande si c'est voulu et que ça n'arrivera jamais. Ou s'il y a vraiment un truc qui nous attend. Hein. Peut-être une grosse région maritime, en fait. Quelque chose comme quelque chose... Ouais, peut-être là, il y a une zone. Et là, il y a une grosse région maritime au sud de Sumeru. Avec des choses. Taral Shifa. La route d'Abjou. Le village d'AARU, il est là. Voilà. L'œil des sables. Et le désert hypostyle est juste à côté. Et au sud, il y a le Océtec. Pour les offrandes, on peut pas. On en a que 5. Bon, voyons voir. Qu'est-ce qui nous attend?
Before us lies AARU village, the safe haven of the desert folk.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else. What a cool place! Let's go check it out!
Ah.
Sino. Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Alhaitam, do not think you can escape my judgment just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Alhaitam? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Alhaitam, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
Oh, je ne lui fais pas tant confiance que ça.
Has Alhaitam done something wrong? Paimon doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Alhaitam, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
Vous nous avez menti.
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the academia?
Les sages vous envoient-ils en mission?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two? Ugh. What should we do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them.
Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia?
Tiens.
Great! Finally, someone that we can trust! You gotta help us out here. Otherwise, these two are gonna start fighting again!
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of AARU Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds.
Le duel de regard. Ah là. Ils attendent tous les deux le bon moment pour agir.
Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Ooh, what's going on? The wind's so strong! Is this a sandstorm? Paimon's gonna get blown away!
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Ah.
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have to take cover!
Someone's calling for us! Oh, this wind is too strong! Let's get over there!
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you academia folks such hard work? Move it!
All right, stop yelling.
Oh là là. Ah. Ah, la petite icône du désert, c'est la première fois qu'on la voit. Oh, ils ont des mélons, ils se mettent bien.
Well, this is pretty awkward. Hey, wanna play sardines with three people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun. The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of AARU Village.
Our savior has come at last! Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
Merci beaucoup.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Oh, On second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Alhaitam wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh? Exile yourself?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
So they really are up to no good.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the academia of today.
C'est pour ça que vous vous êtes exilé?
I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me power or authority. Once I find the truth, I will administer judgment by my own name.
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages. Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary.
Ça pourrait être une histoire inventée.
Well, Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see Alhaitam as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Alhaitam and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Alhaitam?
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
Bon. Et ça, je se méfiais depuis longtemps de moi.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the traveler.
Alhaitam!
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the divine knowledge capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
Qu'en est-il de notre rencontre?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the divine knowledge capsule.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
Mais est-ce suffisant pour vous disculper?
That's true. Alhaitam helped us out at Caravan Rebat as well. Maybe he's telling the truth.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you. I took the divine knowledge capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied. After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
You should be well aware, Scribe Alhaitam, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy, for now.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to AARU village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here. But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case, welcome back, Dia.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
Whoa! What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
Creatures? In the sandstorm? Are you sure you don't want some backup?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage. You needn't worry.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
Après un moment, le vent commence à se calmer.
The wind's died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she alright? Maybe we should go out and check on her.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. All right, let's go. We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chatty as the floor.
Ils sont muets comme des tombes. Bon. Sortons de la maison du chef pour jeter un coup d'œil. Hop. Voyons voir. Ah, ils sont plus là? Ah mince, on peut pas leur parler à ces deux grands dadés là. En tout cas, c'est intéressant. Il y a peut-être des chances qu'on puisse s'allier avec eux, peut-être. Ouais, donc ça c'est l'événement. Tiens. Point de téléportation. Il y a des grosses quêtes. Ça a l'air d'être une très grosse quête là. Ah bah tiens.
Oh, Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire time?
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated. Before I realized it, even the sandstorm had stopped.
Candace a aussi une sacrée endurance.
Here comes another wave!
Leave this round to us. I got interrupted earlier, but now I have something to take my anger out on.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Mane in action. I'll leave these to you then.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Go.
Whirling snow! Wingblade!
Hop. On a un peu de mal à s'en débarrasser.
Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up? Wingblade!
Faisons attention, ils sont toujours embêtants. Donc il nous faut faire beaucoup de PV sans problème. C'est bon.
The creatures stopped appearing. Was that the last of them?
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm. So we should be safe for the time being.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Huh? Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and children. I am the chief of AARU village. Everyone usually calls me Uncle Anpu.
Oh. Enchanté.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now. May I ask if such sandstorms are common?
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become increasingly severe and frequent. Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
Another effect of Irminsul's weathering. So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul. These regional symptoms can indeed be a reflection of Irminsul's present state.
Everyone in AARU village needs to take good care of themselves. Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village keeper? Who are they? Village guards like Candace?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how AARU Village refers to mad scholars, exiled here by the Academia. Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity after a period of training in the Avidia Forest. The Academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert. Though if you ask me, it's all a boatload of nonsense.
Tignari avait parlé de ça.
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, the village keepers have been mysteriously disappearing without a trace. But no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days, I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye out for them.
I've had encounters with those people in the past. I'll see what I can do to help.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins? I'm fascinated by how you think.
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you, regardless of my position or identity.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations. Thank you for your help.
Moi aussi, je vais vous aider.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor scholars. First they lose their sanity, now this! We need to help get them back home, safe and sound. But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like you really don't trust him.
C'est une bonne occasion de l'observer.
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
Ce n'est pas fini, ce n'est pas fini. Tiens, un autre village. Doré gardien. Non, garde. Bonjour. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a droit devant? Ça dépend de ce que vous entendez par droit devant. D'un côté, nous avons le village d'AARU, qui, comme vous pouvez le voir, est situé au bord du désert. C'est aussi notre maison à nous, les habitants du désert. Bien qu'il soit séparé du reste du monde par le milieu de sa miel, il reste un endroit sûr où les gens peu passage peuvent se reposer. C'est un endroit idéal pour tous ceux qui ont besoin de se reposer après un voyage fatigant et périlleux à travers le désert. Et de l'autre côté, c'est un endroit que je ne connais pas. Parce que j'étais encore membre des Érimites, je suis allé au port Hormuz quelquefois. Et toutes nos missions consistaient à profiter du malheur des autres. Je n'aimais pas ça, alors je suis parti et je n'ai jamais quitté le village depuis. La chose valable de cette expérience est d'avoir pu acquérir une certaine habilité pour gérer les situations difficiles. Maintenant, je peux me servir de ça pour protéger le village d'AARU. Vraiment quelque chose en bas. Ok. Au moins, il ne nous agresse pas avec sa quête comme Rana. Donc là, il y a ça bas. Au moins, on sait qu'ici, il y a des quêtes, je l'ai dit, quêtes tout court. C'est bon à savoir. Azalai, Sanya. On regarde, on regarde, on regarde.
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation?
Pourquoi les chercheurs fous sont-ils appelés gardiens du village?
One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The academia has long exiled mad scholars to AARU village. A mysterious phenomenon exists here. When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But after spending some time here, they invariably begin to calm down. Initially, the people of AARU village greatly resented having to take in the mad scholars. But a strange incident one night changed that. AARU village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, the then chief of the village was preparing to take everyone to safety. Suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light radiated from him, like a divine glow against the backdrop of night. Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground. In the end, not a single building collapsed, and no one was hurt. After that, the people of AARU village treated the mad scholars with greater kindness, and began to refer to them as the village keepers.
A soft green light? A mad scholar protecting AARU village? What do you make of it, traveler?
C'était peut-être le pouvoir de Naïda.
Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminals at AARU village?
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the academia could still monitor their activities. With that said, the main Akasha system would no longer have any interaction with them.
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was probably Nahida who calmed them.
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information than I do. So, what do you make of the story?
Le pouvoir des chercheurs provient sûrement de la Rani Kusanali.
Really? Lesser Lord Kusanali.
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the mad scholars!
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon, is she really active in Sumeru? The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I've never had any reason to doubt their views. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... how should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise, even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
Elle m'a sauvé il y a pas longtemps.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals, so I can easily tell when someone is lying.
Good! Then you should know that we're telling the truth!
That look in your eyes. I've never seen that from a liar. You two really must have met Lesser Lord Kusanali. How can this be? To think, our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for this investigation.
Tout à fait.
But easier said than done, especially since we don't have any leads. Maybe we can start by knocking on some doors.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
Huh? Who are you?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isaac. You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that? It's not like he's a bad person or anything.
The person you're referring to is not a local, yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family. I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you. I want to find my grandpa. I swear I'll help. I won't be a nuisance.
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was, but I had a vague feeling that they didn't harbor any ill intent.
Whoa. Alhaitam wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
Sorry. I was only listening in because I wanted to know where Grandpa went. Honest. If you don't believe me, you can ask Miss Candace.
Aidons-le sinon.
All right. But first, let's confirm the facts with Candace.
Très bien. Bon. L'épisode est assez long. On va donc couper là. N'hésitez pas à laisser un pouce bleu, évidemment, comme d'habitude. À vous abonner, à commenter. Vous commentez, dites-moi ce que vous en pensez. Est-ce qu'on peut leur faire confiance? Bref. Quoi qu'il en soit. Ouais, d'ailleurs. Bon, donc. En tout cas, au début, quand il nous a attaqué, ça me paraissait bizarre qu'il ait attaqué Alhaitam si jamais l'Académie l'avait envoyé à nos trousses. Bref. On va donc se retrouver dans le prochain épisode pour continuer cette enquête. Est-ce qu'on va réussir à trouver les fous? Est-ce qu'on va réussir à trouver les habitants, dans les chercheurs fous qui ont été bannis sans aucune pitié par l'Académie? Ou est-ce qu'on n'y arrivera pas? Bref. On va donc, comme dit, se laisser là. Je vous souhaite à toutes et à tous une très bonne journée. Et je vous dis au revoir et à bientôt. Ciao.